Welcome to the Illinois Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. My name is Danielle and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of the many different sessions that could be happening, so please be sure to check out the schedule on the website. This presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Illinois. I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter, Southeastern University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Keiser University. Welcome to NSU, Florida. I am your admissions counselor. So NSU is a private research university. We are one of the 59 universities in the US that has the Carnegie Foundation classification of high research activity and community engagement. We have around 6,300 undergraduate students. It's like a small to medium-sized university, and that allows us to have around 17 to 19 students per classroom, which is really important. So you get to know your classmates and your professors, and also your professors get to know you, which is crucial in looking for internships and jobs. They can write letters of recommendation for you. When you start here at NSU, you will have an academic and career coach. This is one person who's going to be working with you, helping you with your academics, making sure that you have all the classes that you need to graduate, and also helping with your resume, cover letters, finding internships and jobs either in Florida or your hometown. We do have premier programs here at NSU. We are one of the 200 universities in the United States that host honors college in the university. We also have the Raises Edge on scholars. If you get into this program, you will receive $24,000 a year as part of a scholarship. If you are passionate in these 5 tracks, we have global. If you are passionate about global issues, learning cultures and languages, you could be part of our Raises Edge global. If you are passionate about research, you can be part of our Raises Edge research. If you want to be a leader on campus, if you're currently a leader in high school, want to be a leader in college, you can be part of our Raises Edge leadership. We also have Shark Talent. If you have a talent in singing, dancing, visual arts like painting or drawing, and you can also be part of our Shark Teach if you want to be a teacher in the future. Another part of our premier programs is the dual admission program. This will reserve you a spot in the graduate school. So as soon as you start here as a freshman student, you already have an edge because you have a spot in the graduate school. We have programs from osteopathic medicine, dentistry, PT or PA, we have marine sciences, law, school psychology, clinical psychology, and even accounting. Another part of our premier program is the Fischler Academy. It's a 3+1 program. Your first 3 years, you get your bachelor's degree, and your 4th year, you get your master's degree, and you will receive $20,000 a year as part of a scholarship. The Huizinga Business Innovation Academy is like the Fischler Academy, but this is for our business students. For the first 3 years, you get your bachelor's, and your 4th year, you get your master's. And living here at NSU, we don't have a communal bathroom, meaning you want to be sharing your the bathroom with 20, 30 other students. So in the League and Residence Hall, there's only 2 students living. In the Commons Residence Hall, it's more like a suite style residence hall. There are 4 rooms, and each room is 3 people, and there's 1 big suite. And we are located in South Florida, so we are 15 minutes away from the airport, 15 minutes away from the beach as well. And if you want to go to Disney, you can drive there for 3 hours. And being in the Miami and Fort Lauderdale area, we do get a lot of community service events for you. And if that is your thing, your Edge advisor will definitely help you with that. All right, we do have our application open already on August 1st, and we have 3 different deadlines. We have early decision, early action, and regular decision. When you submit your application to NSU, we have 2 different portals. NSU Shark Select app or your Common App, but most of our students use the Common App. We also will get your high school transcripts and your college transcripts if you are taking any dual credits. And we are also test optional. So if you don't want to take or you can't take ACT or SAT, that is perfectly fine. Letters of recommendation, minimum of 1, maximum of 3. And there is an optional essay. However, we highly suggest that you do take that. Just write the essay so you have a better understanding of who you are as a student. And then once you are admitted to NSU, we will ask you to submit your Premier Program application. And then you will attend our Shark Preview Weekend to interview for the programs that I just mentioned earlier. And then by May 1st, you can make it official if you are attending NSU or other universities. And this will lead me to my last slide. We are active on social media, on Facebook, YouTube, and especially on Instagram, Shark Admissions. Thank you, everyone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be leaving my contact information in the chat, so you can actually contact me if you have any questions. And there's also a book me link, so you can just book an appointment with me. We can do it either virtually through Zoom or over the phone. Thank you, everyone.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We will now hear from our next presenter with Florida Memorial University.
Hello, everybody. My name is Nick Cromarco. I am currently the manager of admissions at Florida Memorial University. I've been at the school for about 9 months now. So it's my pleasure to welcome you all here and be part of this, this program with these fine institutions all down here in Florida. Florida Memorial University, we are a historically Black college and university. We are the only HBCU in South Florida. We offer a culture of success. So our university is very small. People are surprised with how small we keep our numbers. Currently, our enrollment's about 950. We do that intentionally because we feel that it's important to keep small sizes to ensure your success. Our classroom sizes are about 15 to 18 on average. This allows us to not do a lecture style of education, but more of a conversational style. We don't like to tell you things are a certain way. We like to have the conversation and discuss why things are a certain way. So we keep our classroom sizes small. We have peer mentors, advisors that are there from day one, tutors that are free to help you get through your freshman year all the way through your senior year. Our school was founded in 1879, shortly after the Civil War, when HBCUs started to come up in the South. So our school was actually in Live Oak, Florida, and eventually transitioned in 1968 to the Miami area. We've been in the same location since then. So for the last 53 years, we've been located in Miami Gardens, Florida. We are a Baptist affiliated school. We have a chapel across the street. We have a Reverend Dr. Swain that is a alum of Florida Memorial University, and he runs the chapel across the street. A few famous alum, Barrington Irving. When I get into our majors, you'll see we do have an aviation program. Barrington Irving was the youngest and the first Black person to fly solo around the globe. We have the first and second African Americans to receive the PhD in radiochemistry. So we do have some notable alumni. Our school is currently ranked 5th in the state for elementary education. So we do have 5 different education programs. Student athletes recorded a 3.0 better GPA, 111. Although our school is small, we have about 60% of our students that are student athletes. And we're in Miami. We're miles away from the beach, from Wynwood, from Brickell. If you want to see warm temperature, warm climates, arts, culture, food, Miami's definitely the place for you. A lot of you are probably living in cities where it gets cold over the winter. For us in Miami, cold is 60 degrees. So if it gets to 60 degrees, you'll see us in our hoodies and sweatpants because that's what we consider cold. So around FMU, we have 13 varsity sports. We have men's and women's basketball. We have baseball and softball. We have track and field. We have soccer. We have women's flag football as a varsity sport, one of the few schools that offers women's flag football as a varsity sport. We have football, so we actually have a football team on campus. We have beach volleyball and volleyball. We're the only HBCU with a beach volleyball program. So we have 13 varsity sports and 2 JV sports. We have 9 sororities and fraternities. They are not on campus, they're off campus. sororities and fraternities, but they are affiliated with the school and they do rush at Florida Memorial. So if you're interested in Greek life, we do have that. We have over 40 student clubs and orgs. We have a marching band, a chorale, and a dance troupe. So if you're interested in a marching band, every member of our marching band does receive some sort of scholarship for coming to the school. Here are some of our majors. So some of our bigger programs, I don't want to get into all of them because we're limited for time, but biology and chemistry, psychology, sociology and social work, criminal justice, as I mentioned, education before, computer sciences. We're in the process of starting a sports management program with a minor in esports. So if you're interested in kind of professional video gaming, it's currently offered as a club and org, but it'll eventually become a minor at FMU. And then aviation. We have our own plane. We're located adjacent to Opa-locka International Airport. So if you're interested in becoming a pilot, it is cheaper to fly at Florida Memorial than anywhere else because we own our own plane. So we have an air traffic control tower that oversees Opa-locka Airport. So we work with them to be able to have our students have the simulators and see the flights go by, but also our flight school is located across the street. Some of our programs we have, the School of Business, our school started the Banana Wave, the milk drink. We have a hackathon, and then also as part of STEAM, we started the esports program, which I mentioned earlier. And then the application process, very simple to apply to FMU. We have a free application online, apply.fmu.edu. It's absolutely free to apply. We are test optional. If you take your SATs and ACTs, that's great for you. We don't look at the scores. We only look at it for class placement. To get into the school, 2.0 GPA or higher. So if you finish from an accredited high school with a high school diploma, you qualify to get into our school. If you fall below a 2.4 GPA in high school, you are required to start over the summer as part of our summer bridge program. If you're a 2.4 or above, you automatically get into the school for the fall term. We are part of the Common Black College app as well as the Common App. And here's some of our scholarships. If Presidential's Honor Scholarship, that's for students that finish with straight A's in high school. 4.0 and above, you qualify for us to cover the entire cost of your education. For if you get a 3.5, we do the academic excellence, which is half, and 3.25, we get the achievement. Here are the links. I appreciate the time. I see the wrap it up has started, so I'm going to log off. If you have any questions for me, please put it in the Q&A. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Our next presenter is going to be Keiser University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jordan. I'm the admissions officer for Keiser University flagship campus located in West Palm Beach, Florida. And I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about the program. I'm the admissions officer for the Northeast United States. So I know, but Illinois does fit in there as well. So first question you're probably asking is, why should I or my child, choose Keiser? First and foremost, we do have a long history of putting our students first and providing a hands-on education to all of our students. One of the ways we do this is by limiting the amount of students per faculty ratio, which we have at about 15:1. Also, when it comes to funding school, that could be a challenge. We are a private non-for-profit. However, we do offer significant amounts of scholarships, both academic and athletic, which can be piled on one another. We have given $76 million in scholarship funds awarded academically over the past 2 years. So a lot there. First things first, I know we're getting toward the beginning of your senior year and you guys got to start getting your applications out. So I just have a quick look here of what the application process looks like for a student. So first things first, we're enrolling applications, which means as we get them in, we start looking at them. So the first thing you're going to want to do is submit your application, and you can talk to your admissions officer about a free application. So if you want to reach out to me after this, you're more than welcome to do so. We accept the Common App, or you could apply through our website. Then you would have to submit your transcripts to us, either with the Common App or separately. And we are test optional. Now, for your SATs and ACTs, however, we do have an entrance test where if you are looking for nursing, you will have to take that. From there, it's just a matter of getting yourself accepted and then figuring out the financial aid aspect of it all. which you will have to submit your FAFSA to our school and link it. If you need any help with the FAFSA or anything like that, we do have financial aid officers available that are more than willing to help you. And then from there, just submitting your deposit and getting ready for your orientation. We do have a variety of over 100 great career-focused programs, our 5 largest being nursing, business, biomedical science, criminal justice, and golf management. However, we do also have applied engineering, cinematic arts, psychology, or interdisciplinary studies where you can take 2, programs and create your own program out of the 2. I'm going to fast forward through these programs just because we don't have that much time, but you'll be able to come back and see it on the playback. So one of the ways we keep our students successful is by leaving all of the resources at their fingertips. So as you could see in the background here, there's a portal that all students will have the opportunity to take advantage of. You could sign up for free peer tutoring here, but you could also, set up fixed office hours with, your professors. There are fixed ones. However, if you have classes during then, you're more than welcome to email your professor and set up a time. They will make time to see you when it's convenient for you both. From there, also, whether it's internships, whether it's, graduating and going into the workforce, our dedicated team of career services representatives help our graduating seniors prepare for what's next. Whether that's, getting together a portfolio, whether that's getting together a resume, whatever the student needs, it's available. Just make sure you take advantage. Campus life, we do have one beautiful new dorm, but all of our dorms are suite style. So that's going to be anywhere from 2 to 3 students per room. And you're going to have the 2 rooms in a common area. Freshmen are allowed to bring their cars. So if you want to come down, bring a car, an hour and a half from Miami, about 2 hours from Orlando. If you and your friends want to, take a weekend, go explore the rest of Florida, you can have your car on campus. We're also located 10 minutes from downtown beaches, shopping and restaurants, as well as if you don't want to leave campus, we have a driving range, pool, as well as an esports facility located on campus for all of our students to take advantage of. Athletics, if athletics are your game, you're more than welcome to take part in our programs. We have over 20 NIAA teams, and with a 3.02 cumulative average, our athletes have the same success on and off the field. So like I said before, you can stack your scholarships, so just keep that in mind as well. Another thing important for parents nowadays is, especially with COVID, is how is the colleges, going to keep my kids safe. So we were lucky enough that we were able to maintain CDC guidelines and we did not have to shut our doors last year. One of the ways we do this is by having testing on campus, as well as limiting the amount of students in the dorm rooms. Now, last but not least, if you're I know we're talking from Illinois, if you can't get on a plane and hop down to Florida, we do offer virtual open houses. The next one's going to be actually this Saturday at 11 a.m. And you could either reach out to me or you can go to kuseahawknation.com and RSVP yourself. So next, just a quick one shot, I'll let you guys take a look at, and here's my information. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, please let me know. And I'm going to hand this back. Have a good one, guys.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that great presentation. I just want to pause here and just remind our attendees that you can input any of your questions into the Q&A throughout today's session, and then our representatives will be able to respond using the Q&A function. All right, so let's hear from our next presenter, Eckerd College.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. All right, so let's see. So yeah, my name is Brandon Oliver. I'm an admissions counselor from Eckerd College, and I want to thank y'all for being here tonight. So right off the bat, most people hear about Eckerd from our marine science department. We are one of the top schools for studying marine science in the area, but campus has so much to offer and a lot of different areas of study. Right off the bat, you'll see where a lot of our students are coming from. It is quite interesting that the vast majority of our students are coming from outside of the state. So about 80% of our students are coming from outside of Florida. Sorry, y'all, I didn't realize that the lighting was like this. Yeah, so about 80% of our students are coming from outside of Florida, and it really creates a unique sense of community here on campus. You know, on average, students will travel about 250 miles to go off to college, but the average Eckerd student will travel over 1,000 miles to. So it does kind of show that Eckerd students are a bit more on the adventurous side, you know, really ready to get outside of their comfort zone and make the most about their college experience and really study what it is they're passionate about. Something that's a bit unique is that we do have a 414 academic calendar. So students will take 4 courses for fall term, 1 course for winter term, and then 4 courses again for spring term. However, for your first year, it's a bit flipped. So we have something called autumn term, which is really great. It's a nice transitional period just for first year students. So instead of having that 414, your first year on campus, you'll have a 144. You'll come for autumn term. This is a time just for first year students before upperclassmen get on campus. And it's a 3-week period, kind of like an extended orientation type process where you're meeting with different departments, offices, faculty, and staff on campus, and really taking in and getting adjusted to your surroundings at Eckerd. And also during this time, you do get to take an academic course, which is really great. So again, before being thrown into all your courses at once, you're gonna take 1 course for 3 weeks, and you'll have the option to choose what course it is. So it could be something in your field that you really wanna study. It could be elective, just something that you're interested in that you didn't get to study at the high school level yet. Another really great thing about autumn term is that this is when you meet with your faculty mentor. Every student has a mentor that they work with throughout their 4 years at Eckerd. And so your mentor is really there to help guide you, make sure you're getting well adjusted to Eckerd. And then once you do declare your major, make sure that you're on the right track to fulfilling all those degree requirements. And then, yeah, deciding what you want to do after graduating. So whether you want to go straight to the workforce or go into a graduate program. And again, this is a list of our areas of study. Like I mentioned, a lot of people hear about us from our marine science program, which is the flagship program at Eckerd. However, we have a ton of great areas of study that offers a ton of hands-on experience and research opportunities, one of which is our animal studies program, which we have a great lab. And every year we do a first-year research associateship. And this year we're doing a dolphin research study. So if you're interested in working with dolphins up close and personal, you can do that this year. That will be your first year. We also have quite a few students who go the pre-med route, majoring in biology. We have a really great 2+2 theater/musical theater program. Also 3-2 engineering. But yeah, a ton of different options, no matter what you're interested in. I'm sure you can find something here at Eckerd. Another kind of interesting point of life at Eckerd is that we are incredibly pet friendly. So as you can see, this dog in the picture, that's not abnormal at all to see pets on campus. Yeah, we allow small dogs, cats, even a sort of exotic animals like iguanas, snakes, all that. So yeah, if that's something that interests you, you can definitely bring your little furry friend with you here to Eckerd. Also, you'll notice behind this picture is a beach. We do have a beach right on campus. Again, we're right on the Gulf Coast and the Tampa Bay area. Really beautiful location. And of course, if you don't want to go all the way to the Gulf Coast beaches, which is really like only less than 10 minutes away, you can just walk out of your res hall and go to the beach right here on Eckerd's campus. Another really great thing that students are able to take advantage of is our waterfront. And our waterfront really serves 3 different purposes. The first of which is service. So we have one of the nation's only maritime search and rescue teams. So we have a group of students who work with the Coast Guard to actually respond to emergencies that happen in the Tampa Bay area. So we do have that service component. Also educationally, we do allow students to access the waterfront. Again, if you're into marine science, students will be able to get on some vessels, go out on the Gulf, collect samples and send them back to the lab and conduct research on them. Again, from right here on campus. Then lastly, of course, a recreational purpose. So students are able to check out different water sports, kayaks to paddle boats, sailboats. And even if you don't know how to sail or you're unfamiliar with the water, like many of our students are who are coming from out of state, we offer classes and different excursions that we can take students on. So again, it's a really great thing that we have to offer for our students. Right now, you can apply through the Common App or the Eckerd application. Right now, we are test optional. So if you're going to be coming in this year or even as a junior, we're in like a piloting period right now. So we will be test optional. You just have to submit, again, the application, your official high school transcript, a letter of recommendation from your teacher or counselor, someone in your school system. And we do have early action. So if you submit your application, all your materials by November 15th, You're guaranteed your decision by December 15th, but we do have rolling admissions in case you can't meet those deadlines. And that's all the information I'm going to share with y'all today. Please reach out to me if you have any other questions. I'm going to put my info down below, but thank y'all.
Wonderful, thank you. Our next presenter is the University of Tampa.
All right. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for sticking with us tonight. So my name is Veronica. I am with the University of Tampa. I'm also a Chicago native. I'm originally from Vernon Hills, Illinois. I'm also a UT alum. So I'm really excited to give you kind of UT in a nutshell in this short time that we have together. I know that you've heard a lot, but I want to highlight UT, the Tampa Bay area, and what sets us apart from a few of the other schools you may have heard from. So starting off with just some background information, we are a private institution, so it's the same cost for in-state and out-of-state tuition. We're independent, so we don't have a religious affiliation, and we are considered a medium-sized school. So not too big, not too small. You'll constantly see familiar faces on campus and new faces as well. We have about 9,600 students, and we're in this really urban environment, about 25 minutes to the beach and about 5-minute walk into the downtown. So going off of that, there's a lot to do. Obviously, we're situated in the downtown, so students are frequently attending different sporting events. They get transportation over there, discounted tickets. We have the Tampa Bay Riverwalk directly across from our campus, Curtis Hickson Park, all sorts of different fun seasonal events and activities to participate in, just a short walk from campus. So the downtown really feels like an extension of our campus. It lends itself for event and entertainment, and of course, internship and career opportunities as well. We also are a very diverse student body in a lot of different ways, not only socioeconomically and ethnically, but geographically speaking as well. So we have all 50 states on our campus, over 135 different countries, and our average student actually studies 1,000 miles away from home. So coming all the way from Illinois, you're definitely not alone. We have plenty of students from Illinois and all over the country and all over the world. So switching gears to highlight our academics, our average class size is roughly 22 students, so pretty comparable to what you might already be used to in high school, with a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So you really build a relationship with your professors, get to know them on a personal level, and will become a great resource for you when it comes to some of those internship opportunities. 96% of our classes have 40 students or fewer. So again, it's going to be this very intimate classroom size setting. We don't have any large lecture halls or graduate assistants teaching here. So 90% of our faculty have their terminal degree, which is the highest degree in their field, or their PhD. Here at UT, we offer over 200 areas of study, so just about everything under the sun with the exception of engineering and architecture. There's a lot of flexibility in terms of double majoring or majoring and minoring in fields that are unrelated. So just note, 3 of our programs are not direct admit. That would be nursing, athletic training, and education. Those will require a separate application down the road. But we really pride ourselves on experiential education. So getting that hands-on learning in the classroom, in the lab spaces, and all the different spaces on our campus, you can engage with faculty, with your classmates, and really apply what you're learning to a real-world scenario. If you're a student athlete, we are a Division II school. We're part of the Sunshine State Conference. We have about 20 different men's and women's collegiate sports. We also offer club teams and intramurals as well if you just want to stay active and have that sense of camaraderie. So this is a good slide to take a screenshot of. Right now, we are coming up on our early action 1 deadline, which is November 15th. All of these deadlines are non-binding and we operate on rolling admissions. So the longer that you wait throughout this process, the more limited space becomes. So right now, our students are aiming for November 15th if you're looking to meet that early action 1 deadline. That way you have an official update by December 20th. So it's a pretty quick turnaround time. I also like to mention this is a pretty good shot of our campus in the aerial view. So you can see it's a very tight-knit, self-contained campus environment, but we have that accessibility to the downtown. So I like to say it's the best of both worlds. That's something that really sets UT apart, something that really drew me to this campus. So when it comes time to apply to UT, there are 3 different ways you can do so. You can use the Common App, the UT app, or the Coalition application. All 3 are treated equally, so you'll just submit your application, and we are test optional through the spring of 2023, so you don't have to worry about an SAT or ACT score. Instead, just submit your essay, a letter of recommendation, and your official high school transcript, and you'll be all set. In terms of financial aid, we offer about 92% of our students some sort of financial aid, whether that's grants, scholarships, or the 2 combined, with our average aid package at roughly $18,000. So there are plenty of different ways for you to seek financial aid throughout this process. First is through merit-based awards that you're automatically considered for. The second is through departmental and specialized scholarships on our website. And lastly, complete the FAFSA once that becomes available to you on October 1st. That's the application for federal aid. So it's really important that you fill that out, see if you're eligible for any governmental based grants and loan eligibility as well. And lastly, I just have our social media handles listed here. It's a great way to stay connected, see UT from a couple different student perspectives, and stay in the loop with our dates and deadlines. We also just launched a admissions page specifically. So if you kind of want a recap of everything that we went over, and we host a lot of different virtual events along with in-person events. So I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. All right, our last presenter for the evening is the University of South Florida.
Hi, good evening. Thank you so much for hanging in there with us today. My name is Christy Penman. I'm with the University of South Florida. I'm the Midwest Regional Recruiter. So obviously you would be working with me, being that you are in Illinois. I'm also an Illinois native. So some fun fact about University of South Florida is we actually have a Portillo's less than a mile from our campus. So you don't have to give up your chocolate cake shake obsession. For all of you Illinoisans, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so why University of South Florida? I know many of you may have visited Busch Gardens. We're about 5 minutes from Busch Gardens. So if you're familiar with that, that is about where our main campus is, which is our Tampa campus. There is my name, and I will also provide a link to some of my information at the end. But again, my name is Christy Penman, and I would be your recruiter advisor if you decide to apply to University of South Florida. So we are a large public university in South Florida. We are 52,000 students strong. We have over 200 majors and concentrations. We really have something for everyone. We also have over 1,100 clubs and organizations as part of USF. We have a very diverse student body. We have represent over 50 states and 50 states and 145 countries on our campus. So if you are not familiar with where Tampa is, there's a little map for you, kind of shows you where we're at. If you've been to Orlando, we're about an hour just south of Orlando. So if you're a Mickey Mouse fan, only about an hour from there. And then we have our St. Petersburg campus. And then further down south, we have our Sarasota campus. Tampa being our large main campus, we have about 42,000 students who attend the Tampa campus. Approximately 5,000 students who attend our St. Petersburg campus, where there's about 70 majors. And then the remainder of our students are down in Sarasota with about 40 of our other majors. So depending on if you want a large campus, a small campus, I really feel like we have something for everyone. We are a preeminent research university in the state of Florida. There are only 3 of us in the state of Florida. So if you want to do research, you can start doing research as early as a freshman. We are number 46 among public universities, so we're very proud of that. We just got ranked again as number 46 among the public universities, and this is for our academics as well as our cost of attendance, because we are one of the best values for college as well. We'll talk a little bit more about our tuition in just a few minutes and the affordability of USF. Our student to teacher ratio, even though we're a large university, is 21:1. And as I had mentioned, we have students from over 145 countries, so our students have very diverse backgrounds. About 41.5% of our students come from different ethnic backgrounds. So it's another point of pride for University of South Florida. As I mentioned, we have over 1,100 clubs and organizations in Florida on our campuses, so you can get involved any way you want. We have a Harry Potter club, we have chocolate lovers clubs, we also have professional organizations, 3D printing club, business organizations, nursing clubs, anything that kind of suits you, we probably have an organization for it. We even have something called Puppy Love on our St. Pete campus, where we have 2 puppies every year that we train to become service dogs. And then those dogs go to homes that need those dogs. So again, something for everyone. We have over 300 concerts and performance exhibits, plays, everything you could think of. We're about 25 minutes from downtown Tampa, so we are definitely in our own niche. We do have our own bus system. We have our own post office. We have our Publix grocery store on campus. So we really have everything. We're kind of a small city within a city. Now, freshmen are not limited as to what type of housing you can live in, and you can also bring a car on campus if you so desire. So I know that's always something that students ask. We are a Division I school. Our football team actually plays at the Raymond James Stadium, where the Bucks just won the Super Bowl this year. So that's kind of exciting. If there is a home game, you get to go to those for free, and we provide transportation. So if you are interested in Division I sports, definitely let us know. And we also have intramurals and club sports if you're not into doing the Division I sports. So let's talk a little bit about freshman admissions. You can apply on our website, the Coalition or the Common App. It is open. Our application opened up on July 1st. There's a $30 non-refundable fee, or if you can provide a student fee waiver from your guidance counselor, ACT or SAT, we will accept that as well. All we request is your high school transcripts and your official test scores. USF is not test optional. We do require those tests. Now, you can also see the middle 50% of our students and where their test scores and their GPA fell last year. So if you are taking AP classes, honors classes, IBE classes, AIC classes, we will look at those and weight those differently. So that's why you see that 4.4 GPA. It's over the 4.0 because we do weight your 18 core classes. And we can talk more about that if you'd like to reach out to me. Now, as I had mentioned earlier, our tuition, so for non-residents, our tuition is $17,324 with room and fees. We're just over a little bit of $35,092, and that is our fees for this school year coming up for 2022. So just so you're aware of that, again, we are one of the lowest cost tuitions. And the reason for that is because we also offer amazing out-of-state scholarships. Our scholarships start at $6,000 a year and go up to $12,000 a year, depending on your GPA and test scores. We do take those in consideration both. You have to meet both criteria. All right, I just have a couple more things to go over. Again, our application has opened up. We have our virtual open house coming up on October 30th. Priority application deadline is December 1st. And if you are interested in those scholarships and you think you would qualify, you definitely want to get us your application and all of your supporting documents by January 15th. And finally, just wanted to mention that you can come on our campus for tours, and then there is some contact information if you'd like to reach out to us. Again, thank you so much for sticking with us tonight, and I hope to work with many of you in the near future. Again, my name is Christy Penman, and you can reach me by scanning that QR code. Thank you.
Wonderful. It was so good to hear from each of the college representatives this evening. So we're going to have all of our college representatives come back on camera, and we're going to close out the session with a few questions. So the very first question is, what advice would you give to students who are going through the college search process right now? And we're going to go in presentation order. We're going to start with Florida Memorial University.
So a couple pieces of advice I'd give is start applying early. Schools like mine, we offer scholarships on a first come, first served basis. So the earlier you get in your application, the better. And the big thing, I'm sure every school is going to say this, October 1st, file your FAFSA, do it right away. Don't wait, get everything in. A lot of students do it incorrectly. Either a signature is missing, a document's missing, and they get pulled for verification. Just in case that happens, make sure you get your FAFSA done as soon as possible.
I'll go, I guess. Everything he said, absolutely true. Absolutely do that. The only thing I would probably piggyback onto that is, you know, you're probably going to be applying to a bunch of different schools. My biggest advice is go and look to see where you're going to be calling home for the next 4 years. Because a lot of the times, whether it's winter, summer, a lot of the seasons can get in there and you're going to be there for all 4. So just make sure that you get a good idea of where you're going to be calling home. But absolutely get your information in, get your financial aid in, and all of that good stuff as well.
My advice would be to utilize your admissions counselors at all the different schools you're applying to. That's what we're there for. We're here as a resource. I know it's new and challenging, so we're here to walk you through it if you have any questions along the way.
I agree with everything everyone has said. The only other thing I would definitely suggest is get on campus if you can. I know it's sometimes hard because you're coming from Illinois to, another state, but if you have that opportunity, definitely get your feet on campus. Make sure it's somewhere you can really, truly call home for 4 years, because, that's what we're there for, is we want to make sure that you're happy throughout those 4 years. So ask lots of questions, talk to current students, make sure, it is the right fit for you.
Wonderful, thank you. So along the same lines, what is one myth that you would like to debunk about the college admission process?
So there's this misconception out there that an admissions team is a sales staff. We're not trying to sell you on coming to our school. We're not trying to convince you to come to our school. We're trying to inform you about our school so that you can make the best possible decision for you. So we're not trying to get every student that's out there to come to our school. It has to be a good fit for us and for you. So we're not selling you, we're not feeding you lines. We're just informing you so that you can make the best possible decision for yourself.
I'd also say another myth just is that you're on your own for it, whether you're a parent or a student, like, we've been saying, like we've been talking to you, we're here to help you. So if there's anything you need, if there's anything you think you missed, it's just having that open, communication with your admissions person can make that a much smoother road. That way, there's a lot of things that are quick fixes. There's a lot of things that aren't problems, but sometimes, when you're running everything in your head at once, it could seem like a lot. So just make sure to have that open relationship with your admissions counselor, because you're not alone on this process.
So something that I would hear a lot in Illinois back when I was in high school was just that state schools were more affordable, or that they were closer to home. And I like to keep the perspective that that's not always necessarily true. So you don't know until you go through that process. And sometimes you may be considering a school that's like a 6-hour drive, when in reality it's a 2-hour plane ride to Florida. So it all kind of depends on how you look at it.
I think the other misconception, because we are a public university, is that we accept more Florida residents than we do out of state, and we treat Florida residents maybe differently. Actually, it's a clear playing field for everyone. You just admit your students that, have the right GPA and the right test scores. And, it's not a matter of if they live in state or out of state. I know we're all from Florida, so don't feel that, we're choosing an in-state student over an out-of-state student. Always, feel like it's an even playing field for everyone, because it truly is.
Wonderful. Those are great myths to debunk, especially in this college admission process. All right, so one final question. What is one thing that you want our attendees tonight to remember about your college?
We're in Miami. It's fun down here. You're going to want to come here. You're going to want to experience 4 years in South Florida, get out of the cold weather, and just come down here, have a good time, and get a great education.
Just the hands-on opportunities that the students get at Keiser, whether it's, a young entrepreneur in the business program, having our Seahawk tank, or the nurses that get in as freshmen, having hands-on opportunities in clinicals, you do get.
And I would just say you get the best of both worlds here at UT. So you have the city life with a campus-like atmosphere.
Wonderful. Well, thank you all so much for sharing information about your colleges and giving that great advice to all of our attendees this evening. We have reached the end of our session. This is just the first session of the evening, so I do want to encourage everyone to check out the other sessions this evening. When you close out of this particular session, you're going to see a survey. It's just 5 questions and very quick. We appreciate you taking the time to provide the feedback there. And you can also catch this recording as well as other sessions from this college fair available on strivescan.com/Illinois. Thank you so much to our attendees and to our college representatives. Everyone have a great evening.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.